Lords and ladies, welcome back. Now, today, before we go further into the game, obviously, you know, we're in the Gold Saucer, about to head into Corel Prison. I want to go over the Silver Chocobo that's been added to this game. Now, as you can see there, for the Persona Greens over here, right, you get 4 secret riddles to decipher. Let's just make this a bit bigger, just so it's easier to see. That might be too big. I don't like that, I'll be honest with you, right? That is absolutely hideous. That's getting shrunk back down, right? So, Persona Greens, you get 4 secret riddles, right? Then you have to work out what they do. Now, the riddles, obviously at the side here, so the first riddle is trapped in sand, head walk, cast mute. Answer is a Deathclaw mute mask. So what you have to do is, in Corel Prison, as we know, there is Deathclaw enemies. And the reason we know there's Deathclaw enemies is because, well, that's where we get the laser enemy skill from, and in a normal and in this one as well, actually, for the second enemy skill material. So what we want you to do this first riddle is we want to use a mute mask on the Deathclaw. And on doing so, we'll get some dialogue at the top of the screen mid-battle, and that will be the first riddle done. Now, I'm going to do these riddles as I come across them in the game. It's just this Deathclaw one is one of... Well, it is missable, right? It's one of 3 missable. The only one that's not missable is Riddle 2, which is Doggy Face Dazers. Obviously, Gate Spectre Black Veil is missable, only encounterable. But no, you can't... Yeah, only encounterable during the first time through the Gate Cave. With it being re-added for NT, it's different enemies on Disc 3. But obviously, Whirling and Winds, Hero King Drowned in War. We don't get access to the Whirlwind Maze area of the Northern Crater again after the first visit there. So, I want to do this now, and I want to show you how we are going to do this, right? So, mute mask, as it says here, can be dropped from Eligor in the tree and graveyard. I do believe I've already got a couple on my save file. Now, this here is Black Chocobo. It is a Final Fantasy 7 save editor. All you have to do is know where your saves are stored. So, I know mine are stored in my documents, Square Enix, Final Fantasy 7 Steam, and in the user profile. So, it doesn't class your first section of saves as save 1. They are save 0. So what I want save 01. And this here is obviously my saves for New Threat. Wait, for the walkthrough videos that I'm doing for it, right? So I know I'm up to this one here, the ropeway station. So if you click on that, it brings up everything from there, right? You can edit everything, right? You can do... As you can see, you can edit the stats, all of that, right? There's very little that you can't change from this screen right here, right? So, what we're interested in though is items. Now, I do believe this. See, I've already got 2 mute masks, right? But if I didn't, you go into that, and you can use, obviously, you've got this here. That includes every item in the game. You can scroll up and down to find the mute masks. Click on them. Go over here and you can increase the number of mute masks that they have, or you can just fully delete it. Now, obviously, with me already having 2, I don't actually have to add any. What you want to do is hit enter, Bob's your uncle, your items are added. Now, then obviously go back to the file, hit save, and that will save it, as you can see there, current slot 3. So when I load up New Threat here, you will, obviously, if I changed anything, which I see, obviously I didn't need to, I'd already had a couple of mute masks from the Eligor fight, go to save 2. So it's automatically down there, ropeway station. We go into this, and if we hadn't already, we would have some mute masks. They say my mute masks have increased to 6 because I knocked it up to 6 to demonstrate how you can increase them. So I now have 6 mute masks for what we need to do against the Deathclaws. Now, what I need to make sure is that I've turned the field message down. No, I don't care about the field message, the battle message. We'll turn the battle message down a bit, and the battle speed for that matter, actually. And now off we go, through the Golden Saucer. So what we're going to do is, we've looked at everything else here, so let's just kick it straight to where we're supposed to go. You already know. Down on the battle square, and it is time to go to the desert prison. Now there is other ways if you are later in the game to obviously access Coral Desert again, like Coral Desert Prison again, which I'll show off. Obviously, I might just do a separate video on that one actually, showing how to change where your game's technically saved at to a different area, so you can do this if you've already got past this point and want to come back and do it, right? So, Sephiroth would never use a gun. Unless Sephiroth's got really cool all of a sudden, Cloud. Man with a gun on his arm. On which arm though? So, don't Barret and Dyne have guns on separate arms? Or do they have them on the same arms? It wasn't us. Yeah, let's run away. To, you know, instantly get caught. Why didn't we just fight them? Why didn't we just fight? I'm sure we could have just fought there and probably just won. See, we can beat this robot up. I'm not sure about them two, but we can definitely beat one of them up. Pinchy pinchy. Pay for your crime below. Take me to the gallows below. Any Iron Maiden fans in the house now? And here we are in Coral Prison. Coral? Corel? I'm gonna say Coral. Oh, sandworms. We hate sandworms. Barret. Did Barret get chucked down here before us, or did he just make his way down here himself? Like, that's something I've always wondered here. You know, was it his? Did he just walk down here? Did Dio already chuck him down here? No, I think all material and equipment should be fine. Yeah. There's not many interesting enemies here, I'm going to be completely honest with you. There is enemies that will steal from you, so be very careful, but there's nothing interesting. I mean, I think these guys here are about as interesting as it gets, actually. And these guys are abysmal. I really don't like these guys. Oh, we can show up Kate Sith here. So if we defend with Kate Sith now, after Cloud used magic, that should work, shouldn't it? Did I regen any MP there, Kate Sith? Well, Kits is supposed to allow for regen. Apparently not today though. Apparently not today. Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't turned new thread off. Wondering, you know, if Kate maybe if I'd accidentally turned it off. Is that why I wasn't regenning anything? No, I still have new thread on, so God knows what happened there, apart from Kate Sith just being a dunderhead, I guess. But it is what it is. They'll tell you not to come. Where else are we going to go, Barret? We've already been chucked in prison. We just found the house that looked the nicest, so we can hunker down and start our prison family. Right? That's all. How the rest of them got here is beyond me. Oops, I'm going through this dialogue a little bit too fast here. But you know, you guys. With the gun in his arm. Yeah, this is where we get Dyne's backstory, Barret and Dyne's backstory. We have filled in on the attack. Alright, sorry about that. I had to step away for a second there. Go back. What? Why go? Like, did they really need to jump down there to say that? Would it not have been visible from the train tracks? Well, I suppose you are very small. Dyne's tiny. Dyne is possibly one of the smallest humans I think I've ever seen. Or is everyone just that small compared to Barrett? Is Barrett just an absolute unit? I mean, we already know Barrett's an absolute unit, I suppose, to be honest, don't we? Get on, Barrett. Yeah, why have you survived? Let's go. Go, go, go. That old man's run all the way there, right? He hasn't even dropped the pipe out of his mouth. Like, that's impressive. Almost as impressive as Barrett dancing with them bullets there. But that old geezer not dropping his pipe, I mean, that's a hell of a showing. Where are they going to go from here? I love how Scarlet just shoots at one. She's like, nope, see you later, mate. So I've got no use for people who can't aim on my ship. Ship? Does Scarlet have a ship? Scarlet's meant to have a gun there. But unfortunately, she does not. I mean, she's got two absolute cannons. Absolute calcium cannons in the remake. But as it is at the minute, you know, well, losing a hand would be depressing, Barrett. It would be very depressing. I grew threw away my prosthetic and got a gun. I'm still confused how that gun works, you know. Like, I'm really, really confused to how that gun actually works on his arm. Oh no, they both lost their left. Fair enough, I thought they lost different arms. They both lost their left. Dyne's out of control. It would be pretty cool if Dyne joined the party. Like, I'd enjoy having Dyne on the team. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. Dyne and Barrett up front together. Now, for ease of the fact that technically this part of the game is Kate Sith's introduction, guess I'm gonna take Kate Sith. I don't really want to. And unequip Tifa. Right, I'm gonna quickly sort out my party here. I just need to unequip Tifa and get Barrett equipped and stuff. So I'm gonna take care of that and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got everyone geared out there. So Cloud and Kate Sith's the same. And so is Barrett. Actually, Barrett obviously disappeared with Materia on him. Equipment wise, I've given Barrett the safety bit just for a bit extra vit and spirit. Gold armor, because why not? It's slightly better defense than the 4 slots. As we all know, what's about to happen here is we're about to do here one-on-one against Dyne. So let's go see if we can find them, as well as finding the death masks that we need to find. So I was disappointed that nothing was ever added into these houses, you know. Like, it was just little one-off items. Could have been pretty cool. Ah, there's the enemies you have to worry about here. Los Banditos in the background there. You absolutely 100% want to make sure you kill them. Hey, look at that. We got a free heal off that. A big heal off that. 2700. Beta should take them out. Fingers crossed. Yeah, let's go. Beta is still fantastic. Oh look, we got a Dazer. We need them. We need the Dazers for when we eventually get to Shinra Manor. Now I do want to go down here. As we have in this treasure chest, still empty. Nothing changed there. I just wanted to show that off. I didn't have to, but I thought I'd show that off, you know. If we check on this dude over here, it's been shot as well. So, it's time to go through the desert. That was just the exact same battle as before. Absolutely nothing new there. Now, you can walk down this, follow that fence all the way down there into what you can see is the rolling desert, but there's just sandworms. That Dyne was in a bad mood, or possibly a good mood. But over here we have the magic counter materia. Now the magic counter materia, I do enjoy the magic counter materia. Counter attack with paired magic, right? that can be absolutely obscene, especially considering we can get a few copies of that. Now, what I want to do here, though, is obviously, as you can see, we've got a save point here. If we go down that screen I was running down there, we will encounter Dyne. But first and foremost, let's start manipulating these guys. One, because they have an enemy skill we want to learn. And two, we want to use a mute mask on the other one. And what you'll see here is, here's some advice. Go for the eyes. Whatever that means. Now, I think Barrett is the one that doesn't have laser on his enemy skill yet. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Cloud's got the one that actually has stuff on. Bada bing, bada boom. We have laser, and I also have Barrett's limit break ready for fight against Dyne, I guess. Go on, Barrett, show us your laser. Show us your best moves. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. Now, there is one more fight I want to do while we're here. Now, there's nothing that I find interesting enough to steal from here. I think you can steal platinum bangles from an enemy around here. But I am looking for one more enemy. One more encounter. Not like it matters, I could do it elsewhere if I really wanted to, but I'd rather do it here. There it is in the back there, the motor ball. Now, the reason I'm after that, and hopefully we can manipulate it to demonstrate, well, oh, I can show off Ice 2. Yeah, the bull motor. Ice 2 is only 12 MP, which honestly is cheap as chips. For 800 damage, not terrible. We can learn Matter Magic on our other enemy skill materia. Which I know isn't fantastic, but you know, it's a start. And then we'll Aqualung everything to death, why not? If you... I clicked on the wrong target, the Matter Magic there. Whoops. Thankfully we killed everything. Or else I was going to have to take another Matter Magic. Yeah, I think you can steal platinum bangles from the bull motors still. If you'd rather steal them than buy them at Costa del Sol, but they're cheap enough. So what I want to do here is I am going to strip everybody's equipment and material here and just build Barrett for our solo fight against Dyne. So I'm going to take care of that and I will be right back. Right, so I'm back. I've built Barrett, and honestly this is a bit of an experimental build, right? I've put his atomic scissors on him rather than the W machine gun for this fight. Which, yes, I'm going to lose out on a little bit of AP. But I wanted the extra... I wanted the extra material slot and I wanted the link slot. Still kept him with the gold armlet, because why not? And I've given him the silver glasses. I don't think there's any blind to worry about in this fight. Or berserk, to be honest with you. I was thinking about the protect vest. Actually... Yeah, you know what, actually, I'm going to go protect vest, right? Because, obviously, Dyne deals shoot, doesn't he? Let's be honest. And, I mean, 90 dex is still fine. I don't need 120, right? More vitality, decent spirit. Obviously, I've went all into strength here, rather than magic for this fight. So, I've given the restore materia, just in case I need to heal. Enemy skill, but I've given the enemy skill that actually has stuff built on it, because some of those spells could work out alright. Fire elemental in his armor, but I don't think Dyne actually does any fire elemental attacks. I could be completely wrong on that. And he might, I just didn't know what else to give him apart from maybe his earth. Then obviously I've got Ifrit for the strength of it and the extra HP. Shockmog for the 50 dex, because that's just huge. Another elemental materia and linked to the poison materia. Dyne is of course a human. Which means he's weak to poison. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for that. Right? It's going to make sense. It's going to work out absolutely hunky-dory fine. Right? Like, surely Dyne being weak to poison is going to be a bonus for me in this fight. I mean, it should be a bonus in this fight, you know what I mean? Like, I knew you were alive. Ow, quit it. Obviously, I've still got Barrett's limit gauge filled. I will be probably starting this with a big shot. I was tempted to put the time material on him, which, if Dyne doesn't do any fire elemental attacks, time materia to get haste on Barrett probably would be pretty useful. And if I could have squeezed out an extra 10 decks, that would have been fantastic. But It's not really something I'm bothered about. See, this is my Dyne. This isn't the rebirth Dyne that got his character completely screwed over. This is the good Dyne. The top-notch Dyne. The quality Dyne. The Dyne that just hates the world. He runs the prison. He's not a city. He doesn't get taken out by Gus's thugs. This man runs the prison. He hates everything. He wants to see everything burn. Yeah, poor Barrett's wife. But he found Marlene. Who, at this point in time, yes, Marlene is 100% still in Midgar. Marlene hasn't been taken out of Midgar yet. She is still in Midgar. Even though I'm sure at some point Barrett says that they're taking her out of Midgar. But I thought that just hasn't happened yet, apparently. Didn't you? See, look, Dyne's got nothing saying. He's even willing to kill his own daughter. Like, I love Dyne, right? I'm not gonna hold that back. I love Dyne. I'm devastated he doesn't join. I'm also devastated we never get his weapon. But I'm gonna start off with a big shot. I think it would have been real nice if Dyne's weapon was actually the model for Barrett's final weapon. Now, magic wise, I'm gonna cast Bio because I would like to poison this man, if at all possible. Oh, that was easy. Means that's all I've got. You're not doing anything. Oh, there it is. Oomph, look at that. Is that all you got, Dyne? I mean, I do resist it. He has cast slowness though, which really does kind of suck. Now, I could use... And the point, I could use physical attacks, but honestly, I'm just going to use beta. It is fire and poison element in this game, obviously. 747. Alright, now I'm not going to cast any more betas. I do want to keep my MP just in case I need to heal. And Barrett gets an attack bonus for being hit in the front row. At 277. Dealing poison elemental damage. That's not terrible. It could be worse. We're doing alright here. It's mine, this can hurt, but I'm hunky-dory. My rule of thumb, unless you're under half health, you don't need to heal. This... Hey, look at that! Dyne could have been a party member. I mean, Dyne is dead. we turned Dyne into a bit of an easy fight there. But Dyne's dead, and we get a silver armlet out of it. Whoopee! Bye, Dyne. We hardly knew ye. Which is true. We did hardly know him. We have quite literally just been introduced to the man. And I already feel sorry for him. Like I say, I'm a huge Dyne fan. There's just something about Dyne that... I don't know what it is. He was written so well just for a side character, and he had so much more to Barrett's backstory. And Barrett's character. I love him. What about Marlene? Marlene. It's fine, Dyne. Do you know what it is? This part of this scene has stayed with me since childhood. My hands are too stained to hold her. Now obviously he's on about, you know, all the people he's killed. That's why his hands are too stained. Don't you ever make her cry. And that's it. There's no saving the group from Shinra. There's no attacking Barrett. There's no going wild. it's just two friends finally getting that little bit of peace. I love that scene. I absolutely, like, I say love it, I mean I absolutely adore that scene, right? It is one of my favourite in the game. Just flat out the entirety of this game, that is one of my favourites. The hell do you want? We're going up, Gus. Did you not know that? I know we're going up, Gustav. Ourselves a nice little pendant. Dyne's pendant, obviously. Well, Marlene's technically. No, Eleanor's. Eleanor's. Now it's, I mean, no, now it's Marlene. She said give it to Marlene. So look, Gus in this one, right? Gus is just an absolute little weak, weedy old man. And you killed Dyne, huh? I guess this place will get better now. And Barry's just like, mate, I'll kill you right here, right now, where you stand. Unfortunately, this does mean it is time for Chocobo racing, and... well... Chocobo racing in this, same as normal, isn't exactly difficult. It's just exactly the same as it was in the other one. We cheat our stamina regen, and we get out of here. Eventually. Shut up, Kate Sith. Nobody likes you. Oh, well, look at that. A manager came strolling down here out of the blue looking for a jockey. Damn. I was about to say, isn't that convenient? It's almost as if this was destined to happen. Destiny. I need to watch The Last Kingdom. I haven't watched The Last Kingdom in a long time. Anybody else out there watch Last Kingdom? Good old Uhtred of Bebbanburg. I mean, completely understand if you haven't. But you know. No, I know how to ride a chocobo. I'm all good, Esther. Thanks. Save your tutorials for somebody that doesn't know. Now what you'll notice here is something is missing. There is no Ramu material to be seen anywhere. Oh, Joe, stop flirting with Esther. This is Joe. He's one of the top Chocobo. Chocobo? Yeah, Joe's one of the top Chocobo jockeys. I swear. Yeah, I made it up because I killed Dyne. I hope we really don't make it again, Joe. I could do. We're not racing against you until I get my own black or gold chocobo, to be honest with you. Yeah, we can have a look around here, and as you can see, there is no chocobos. No chocobos, no Ramu, no nothing. So we just get to patiently wait. And I've decided I'm going to patiently wait right here. Oh, jockeys for the next race, proceed to the paddock. Slowly, one at a time. Don't rush now. Don't let we're on a schedule or a deadline for our race here, guys. You know, just saunter your way there. Bums. And this is why we wait here. So we are registered in the next race. Yeah, I remember how to ride. Pretty sure I remember how to ride. Turn off automatic. We go for a big dirty exploit right at the beginning. And then we just hold square. And hope that these other chocobos start to tire. Man, Esther, your chocobo sucks. Why is it so slow? It's got good stamina, I guess. So let's just overtake all these. I was riding this chocobo as if I was, you know, bred my own chocobos. Can't do that yet. I was gonna say, there's no way I lose, right? Yeah, no, I was gonna say, Jesus. Come on. I thought how painful it was to race chocobos in standard speed instead of putting the speed up boost on. Oh my god, this is horrible. How did we ever do this in the 90s and the early 2000s without speed up? This is 100% the worst thing I have ever done. Go! And why does space slows down, right? I love the Chocobo racing, right? I am a huge Chocobo racing fan. I just understand why the space section needs to slow some Chocobos down, but not all Chocobos. Like, come on, my guy. Heard about Dyne. We're getting a full pardon and an apology. And we get the Ramu materia, which is our next materia for magic users. The system manager dropped off a buggy. Yep, the cargo ship in Costa del Sol. And Sephiroth's headed to Gongaga. I honestly missed that in my first ever playthrough of this game, right? I missed the whole Sephiroth's going to Gongaga. But here we are. We have our very own desert buggy that we can now use to cross, well, this bit of desert. We can cross shallow bits of water. We can also get out, take off everybody's material, and accept the fact that I am going to have to spend the best part of the next episode getting enemy skills, which obviously I'll show off screen. You know, I'll get all that recorded separately and stuff. But for now, I do believe this is where we are going to leave this episode. I need to, you know, rejig Barrett back to his double machine gun. What was it? 4 slots he had on, I think. Silver glasses. Cloud has the gold armor. Why does Cloud have the gold armor? I'm using him as a magic user. Why does he have the gold armor? Surely you should have the silver? No? Yes? No? Berries? Yeah. Barrett can keep the 4 slots, whatever. Barrett won't be in the next party composition anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to take Rec 13. Actually, no, we're not. I told a massive lie. I'm going to take Tifa and Aerith next for Gongaga. So, when we come back for the next episode, I'll have all of these fully equipped up. And I'll have everybody ready to go. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, lords and ladies. I'm going to put a carbon bangle on you. Oh, whatever. Yes, but until then, lords and ladies and gentlemen, this is all I've got time for today, unfortunately. So, next time we shall go and hunt some enemy skills for both of our enemy skill materials, as well as filling in the blanks on the newest one that we have. And after that, we will be heading to Gongaga. But not before we stop off at the Gold Saucer first to have a look at some of the events and stuff that's on the go there. So I'm going to take time in between episodes here. I might grind up a few levels for my characters just so I can get some extra gil and maybe some extra items to sell. I'd like around 30 to 35,000 gil here if I'm going to go spending at the Gold Saucer. So yeah, I'll take care of that in between episodes and we'll go from there. So until then, this has been Daddy Gladdy signing off. Stay safe.